The sit-down sessions is an experience like no other. For those that haven't had the chance to attend before, third time's a charm. Come out to hear some of the best talents in Birmingham as we provide you with lyrics and highlighters to choose your favorite lines and ask the creators themselves what it all means. Our special guests will be 9-5, David Redwine, and sit-down sessions original G.I. Magus. Can't forget DJ 3C on the ones and twos. Our hostess of the evening will be the beautiful Coco of Coco's Tea Podcast. She'll have the tea and we'll still have free wine with all tips and donations for Disco's creative writing program for kids. Advance tickets are $15 and includes lyrics, seating, a Sankofa suite gear bundle, and free entry to the Align panel discussion, which will take place at the same location from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. before we begin. Door price is $20. So get your tickets now and meet us at 5500 First Avenue North on Saturday, February 29th. Can't wait to see you at the Sit Down Sessions 3, brought to you by The Mix Birmingham and Sankofa Suite, a creative culture company.
Mercury retrograde episode.
For real. All types of fucked up communication.
So, shout out to our streamers. Welcome back to the Sweet Life Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5. We going live. That is the Phasing Octopus, who we call DJ, who is a DJ, amongst 7 other things. That is the homie Wu Tim, we'll be celebrating soon. This is my brother, Thoven Bey, a.k.a. McWillie, a.k.a. I'm Nigerian accountant, a.k.a. Fuck Up Man's Dream.
The funny thing about that, I'm gonna let you get through the intro. But I swear to God, a memory popped up on Facebook from 9 years ago, and it said, "Fucked up man." I just bust out laughing. I'm like, no.
Oh man.
I'm Eugene Wright, and this is your host, C. Noel. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to leave your comments so that we can actually see y'all on the screen. If y'all want to, y'all can just check in and say what's up real quick. So shout out to everybody that's in the live right now. Disregard that number at the top of the screen. It don't work no more. I gotta get that fixed. Yeah, they expired us, bro, because we didn't use it in the off season. But I'm gonna end up putting it. But coming soon, y'all make sure y'all tune in because we're gonna have our FaceTime code up there. So if you got FaceTime or Google Hangout, you can actually be a part of the podcast live. Probably starting next episode.
So we got better shit coming.
Yes. So 2-week recap. How you been, G?
I'm good, man. Everything's been good since up until the day. A long ass week, but yeah, I'm good, man. You know, Valentine's Day passed. Without me even touching my safe. Yeah. When I went on a little date, it went on Valentine's Day. It was like the day after Valentine's Day.
You went on side nigga day?
Nah, I ain't
side nigga Saturday.
You went on the 13th?
On the 15th.
Oh, you went on 50% off.
Nigga, it was $25. $25 for a meal for 2 people. Don't judge me, goddamn.
Hey,
and I had Wagyu beef.
Me and this
Oh,
nigga,
it's a good shit.
Yeah. Me and this nigga is like night and day. If y'all want to really be honest, look, that's 25% off, nigga. Come on, dog.
This nigga
like for real, bro.
No, I told you about $25
for
2 people,
bro. That was the.
That's the
I
deal,
said it
dude.
earlier. I said 25%.
I paid $25 just on a regular day. For me.
You smart, bro. I don't call you a side nigga. I call you a smart nigga, bro.
Save money out, 2020.
And she felt special.
Hey man, it was all about the conversation. You know,
Yeah.
we talked about 5 hours. It wasn't about the food, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool, man. But yeah, I'm here. I thought I was gonna get arrested today, but fuck that. It's some good police officers in the world. That's all I'm saying.
The one that let you go.
Yeah, well I'm good, man. But yeah, congratulations.
Now we gotta
Tim.
well, what they doing now then?
Yeah.
Congratulations to
Yeah.
Tim.
Papa Tim.
Papa Tim.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Papa Tim.
I got a little one. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna nothing. Yeah, man. I had a little boy Monday. Yeah, and the experience is very cool, man. Being a dad, that shit, patience. Everybody in this room know me. Nigga ain't got no patience.
None. Absolutely none.
So that tree is definitely growing, and that bitch growing fast as hell. So I guess if you see me in the street, you can pump me, cause I want to see my son in the morning. So, you got it, my nigga. Step on my Jordans. You got it, my
This nigga might finally vote now.
Shit real, goddamn. I started to watch the debate, goddamn. Hey, nigga went to sleep, man. I'm tired, nigga. I know what tired is now, nigga, but I can't even say tired, man, because after seeing my baby mama, like, carry a kid for, like, 9 months up until the baby was born and shit, man, and she had cesarean. So, like, her stomach is through, you know what I'm saying? Those muscles got to be attached back together and shit, and that shit got to be on its own, so you got to take time with that. Plus, she probably, like, breastfeeding and shit. I mean, I'm just saying a whole lot, dog, and, like, side note, my niggas, I can't even say this, but, bruh, them bitches got, like, Duke squirters in the toilet, goddamn it, the hospitals for the baby, bro. I know that shit, bro. The seat, they got ass warmers on the seat, bro.
You talking about
like, they really treat
the bidet and
nice
shit?
as a boy. They got European shit.
European.
Hey, bro, listen, I'm sitting on the toilet. I hopped up out that bitch, that hoe, and got hot as hell. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Nigga thought he caught an STD from someone else. That ass was on fire, but that's beside the point. But nigga, what? I had but I'm just saying, man, like this whole experience, man, being a dad, bro, even though it ain't even been a week, this shit kind of cool, man. Like just to see, like my little nigga changing like every fucking day, dog. Like he was born, he was hot yellow, now he's starting to change a little bit.
Had a little yellow,
You know what I'm
yellow
saying?
Johnny's.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But he ain't have none of that shit, man. He checked out like
Yeah.
she gave like a straight up healthy baby, 6 pounds, 10 ounces, 19 inches long, dog. Born 10/21 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And it was a blessing, bro. Like I seen life. I seen death, and I definitely seen life, and that shit is like amazing. That shit humble the fuck out your ass, like for real. Like y'all might not like my opinions tonight on like how I say shit, but it'll be like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different, bro, cause I see shit like different, my nigga. Like just from Monday, I really see shit different. So it is what it is. I hope I don't get no gray hair behind this shit, goddamn.
I'm
Coming
telling
in the
you,
bed now.
fuck that bullshit, man.
Still fuck
I
that
didn't
bullshit.
get no gray hair.
Don't
but
get it
my shit,
twisted.
My shit, goddamn, I look like Stephen A. Smith. Nigga. So yeah,
But you ain't got that spray on, so you good.
yeah. I'm doing
Beijing.
it now. Yeah. Well, what's up, DJ?
So yeah, no, I ain't had no kid. But like, I ain't really doing that. I just been like working on shit behind the scenes, setting up shit for like further down the line.
Yeah.
And I'm working again. Like, I still hate that shit.
He said this shit was such a nod in the I'm looking again.
Like, that shit is killing me, dog. But I get it. I gotta pay bills and shit. Other than that, man, I've been chilling.
Well, you be a criminal or a scammer, you know, that seems to be the
That's
big
too much
thing.
work.
Last week, he told you to flip a pack. Flip a pack, bro. He said drugs.
Bruh.
Well, you just
I can't.
I'm not you in the couch.
No, I have bodies. Like, I'll kill niggas.
Go get pills.
I kill niggas over my money, nigga. Like, like,
DJ, hey dog, it'll be like in the first 48 of Birmingham, nigga got his dick chopped off, ear thrown up. It wouldn't even be guns. That nigga be having like little hacksaws and
That
shit.
nigga have a
He'll
machete.
be sitting up like goddamn movie trap.
hey,
you calling you
With the
calling this
mask
nigga
on.
Jigsaw?
hey, I fuck niggas
DJ
up.
literally be
Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, I fuck niggas up. Like, if I had a reason to fuck niggas up, I'll fuck niggas up.
That
Suspect was seen fleeing the scene and
like this.
Doing running like Naruto.
Y'all niggas crazy.
Hey, jokes and all, niggas will be dead.
Man, from the news, man, a lot of motherfuckers supposed to be dead.
Oh.
Scamming motherfuckers a lot of money and shit. We're not gonna talk
Bro,
about
that
that
nigga go.
shit.
I don't care what nobody say.
We're not gonna talk about that, man, because that man still gotta have his day in court. So whatever. We're gonna leave that shit where it's at. But what's up, man?
Text me what y'all talking about then.
I'm gonna text you right now.
You shouldn't have
Ain't
a
gonna
group chat, nigga.
Yeah,
But,
Bro.
yeah.
I ain't gonna be front on that note. That nigga did give me one time too, and I was like,
Hey, listen,
Damn.
you know what? Let's
It
just
wasn't
say
much.
that for after hours.
We'll say that for after
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
I think I know who y'all talking about.
Probably so, yeah.
Possible.
Huh?
The nigga from Huntsville.
I think he's from here, but he did
Check
something.
your phone.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's on the
Yeah, nah.
You got on the drink menu, man.
Hold on. Let me. Yeah, I ain't spent no money on Valentine's Day either.
You see, I ain't even mentioned the motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, February 14th, I ain't do that. But nah, it's been straight, man. Hood niggas need love too. It's still out, still
Hey
doing
man,
pretty
that shit,
well.
hey dog. Out the
Nigga
ball,
roll
my
with it,
nigga.
nigga roll with it.
Thank you, man.
What you
And
did?
we gearing up for the sit down sessions 3 next weekend. I'm probably gonna use that as our own sponsor segment at some point during this episode. But yeah, yes. So yeah, that's the main thing. Gearing up for the sit down sessions 3 and the Align panel. So shout out to the Mixed Birmingham, partner with them, as well as Disco's Creative Writing Center for Kids. Come out, get your tips and sips in, and we donate that money to the creative writing program for the kids. Because I was once a kid that was a creative writer. Yeah. Fuck up, man, Drake. How the 2 weeks was before today.
2 weeks before the day. Alright, you know what I'm saying? I found a job that I like, love. That's good. Just don't uncap the day though.
Hey bro, what happened today, man? I know it's Friday, you know what I'm saying? You got a job, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Might as well get drunk.
Somebody hit me on the wrong side of the road. He had to be high and took off running.
He got out the car and did
Like
the
he
race.
actually GTA'd my ass. Like the car was still going. He hopped out that bitch.
Was it
and took
really
off
his
running.
car?
I don't know.
What the police say, nigga?
Nigga hit him. They don't know either.
He ain't know him. The police
Bro.
ain't know him, but just got the car.
The police said,
bounce.
oh, he must have been a crackhead or that was
You
stolen
mean the
car.
car was stolen, goddamn. Yeah,
Crackhead or stolen car.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so yeah. That
What
shit
part of
fucking
town
wrong.
was this in?
Ainsley.
Damn, bro, you say the crackhead life. That nigga probably dying and hit your shit and shook back.
Oh shit! Where am I? Damn! I go. I fucked up my phone trying to chase his ass, so I'm kind of pissed.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, you chasing nigga like you the police, ain't you?
Bro, I want to beat his ass.
Boy, you not catching the crackhead.
that catharsis, dog. That shit too real, man. You be niggas need it.
Yeah, it's
Other than
fucked up.
that, yo, my day was fucked up.
Fucked up man, Drake.
The homie,
Mercury retrograde.
the homie, do fresh in the cut. You know, he like Slim from Cash Money. You rather go see him like
Yeah, nah.
But you just
Hold
gonna
on,
feel.
you know what?
You just gonna feel his presence.
Hold on. I get the
We got
reference.
stuff.
I'm on that Instagram live.
He on Instagram.
I would say, man, I get the Slim from Cash Money, Slim from Cash Money records. Let's say Kareem, cause
Correct.
he's
Yeah,
Slim.
yeah, motherfucking big.
Who the hell is Baby, goddamn? So yeah, let's not use that reference. Let's not use that goddamn reference,
I
man.
drank to that.
You right about that.
Kareem. That's it, man. Nigga
Mercury retrograde. Hey, this is for real.
big. Like a motherfucker. Early comment, shout out to John McNaughton from Nerds Baddington. What up, homie? Yeah, he was talking about them dual squirters that you were talking about. So, before we go live, drink menu, Yellowtail red wine. As always, DJ, what the fuck is that?
This is tailor-made Cabernet Sauvignon.
Kevin,
Bourbon barrel aged.
Nigga, you drinking cab out the bottle?
Sure, why not?
You gotta explain your drink.
That ain't your regular cigar, is it?
Oh, the same thing I always smoke.
I'm healthy.
what that is?
You pour you something in the
I know. I'm just talking trash.
Oh yeah, and Thor's Hammer, Jack Daniels Honey, aka Milnor. Hey, yeah, they come to you like Thor when I call it, goddammit. And yeah, Yellowtail red wine. We got more in the front, but we gonna say that for another time, I guess. What's on the cigar menu?
Brick House, man. That's what I always smoke.
Okay,
90 rated top cigar.
CBD.
I don't know what this called, but I put it in a raw cone.
Some Southwest Birmingham gas.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
It's tax time in the city. That's
You said what?
Hey, for real,
tax time. It's tax time.
Hey, it's that tax time.
That's that
week,
tax
dog.
time week. That shit's
It's gonna get you
gas.
nice.
Fire.
Everybody that's buying weed now,
Expired.
you better load up. Cause goddamn it, March come, they gonna be dry as a bitch.
Allegastro. Goddamn.
Alright, man.
Let's kick it out. You got it.
Alright, we're gonna start out talking about the debate. I don't know if y'all niggas watched it tonight, but the debate was the equivalent of goddamn Monday Night Raw.
Bruh.
Like that shit was good. Like it was so good because they ain't talk about shit that was substantive. Like they didn't talk
At
about
all,
it.
dog.
It was just straight smack
Hey,
down the whole
niggas
goddamn
was
thing.
doing Elizabeth Warren doing Ric Flair chop.
Yeah, she was coming off the top rope.
Man.
Like, did y'all check it out, man?
I checked out the highlight reel.
Talking about that shit I sent you with the music playing.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Bro, the ether shit.
Ether got
Oh, that was funny too.
Hey.
Though. That was funny too. The primary thing about this particular debate is because Mike Bloomberg joined
Yeah.
the debate. $6 billion Mike Bloomberg. Like every ad on goddamn TV, Mike Bloomberg. Nigga, I
Bro,
was
that
watching,
nigga got so many fucking ass,
nigga,
nigga.
I was watching Pornhub and this shit came on. The goddamn video came on. God, I was like, God damn.
He on the hub.
Yeah, he everywhere, man. I'm bullshit about the Pornhub. That would
Hey,
like
no.
12 though.
That nigga all over YouTube, goddamn. YouTube and ESPN, that nigga all over that bitch.
Yeah, man, but they was waiting on that motherfucker to get in there. That they was tearing his ass out the frame.
Oh yeah, nah. They finessed it so he could get in there.
That motherfucker looked like Scrooge McDuck on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
They was on his ass. From calling bitches fat, which if I was being there, I call bitches fat too.
No, hey,
I can't
that
call them fat
nigga,
now because I ain't. You know.
First of all, I'm
Big
broke,
Ben Hill,
and I still
goddamn.
call motherfuckers fat.
But
so-
you know what? It's different because you know that nigga get out my face, peasant, fat peasant. You know that type of shit. But yeah, they was
I
on
mean,
his
like,
ass.
can you blame a nigga that's like a billionaire to do that?
Now he's just not a billionaire. That nigga's a multi.
Yeah, nah.
60 billion.
No, that nigga breathe money. Like,
Scrooge McDuck from
Right.
DuckTales. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly who that nigga is. Shit, that nigga actually better than Donald Trump in all facets of life. But
Yeah.
you know, it's just a big ego contest for him to get in and run against it. But yeah, you know what? I just passed this shit because I don't think y'all niggas. I know you didn't watch it. It was just entertaining.
Yeah.
It was entertaining
Bernie
as
Sanders,
fuck.
like, if you paid attention, the nigga exposed Bernie Sanders. Yeah, he
oh
for the people.
no,
But
but hey,
that nigga got 3 houses and he a millionaire type shit. Like,
yeah. I mean, but that nigga been in the game forever.
yeah, yeah. I
though.
mean, that's only.
And then like he paid his dues early, so like
Yeah.
He took a few lashes for Whopper.
Yeah. Then fucking
They mad
Biden.
at him about that shit?
No, Bloomberg was just trying to, you know.
yeah, no, he's like I'm a billionaire, but you got houses with an S.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
White people insults, bro. That shit is like, y'all get the difference between their insults and our insults. Bitch, your mama bald head with a ugly ass, don't know her daddy. Tom over there sitting on 4 houses. Like, god damn, man, that shit crazy, bro. Rich people problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get to that shit then.
I wish
Fucking,
I can't wait to have an idiot. I lost another Rolex, man. Can you believe that?
Damn, was it the yacht master or the Daytona?
Man, TJ threw that bitch down the toilet again.
The yacht master or the
I don't
Daytona?
know, nigga. I just bought the bitch because it was on sale.
nah, that shit is not on sale.
Not on sale.
Not on sale. But I get you. I get what you're saying. But no, then you had Pete Buttigieg. Goddamn.
Oh, no, that's that nigga name.
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
That's a real name?
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Oh my god.
I can
It's like
see
Fred
Saturday Night Live fan up.
You may as well, you may as well call him Buttigieg because he a gay male. I don't
Shit,
know.
like, hold on, he gay.
And
his name is
no, like this motherfucker check boxes. Like so, gay dude, millennial, like
War
vet, like
Harvard.
that nigga checks boxes. That's why people are paying attention to
This
him.
nigga's the universal soldier.
Straight up.
He a creative player. He created a player. He check out. But let me say this. That motherfucker, he was the most polished motherfucker in the debate.
Yeah,
Like he was.
like he kept
really,
his shit.
He really showed you into Harvard. That nigga
Yeah.
eloquent as hell.
Yeah.
He stands straight up when he talking to the he's never at a loss for words.
So he
Yeah.
alone.
You see, Senator. Like,
Yeah, that motherfucker. Hey, that nigga stepped off the debate stage at Harvard
Yeah.
right before he came up. That motherfucker. He
Yeah.
polished. He came at Clover Shop. She was
She was like, hold up, little nigga.
Yeah, she was with the shits though. You not gonna talk to me.
Hey.
She almost called a nigga a faggot. For real.
She white?
Yeah, oh, everybody up there white. And they got all the people of color out the
If they was black, trust me, we would know.
nigga black,
The way that
Asian,
the white lady.
all that.
was standing.
Black niggas.
Speaking of,
Yeah, Andrew Yang gone.
Yang gone, and
Luke Cage.
what's her name? We had everybody was questioning her
Beyonce?
black sis.
Oh, you talking about Kamala Harris?
Beyonce.
Yeah, come on.
Oh yeah, she been gone. Oh,
Yeah. You know,
we knew she wasn't gonna last though, cause she a police officer and all that. But
Fuck police, come straight from the underground.
yeah, Biden actually woke up for this goddamn debate. Cause that nigga be sleeping.
hey, dog, that nigga might be rambling, dog.
He was ready, goddamn. They shine them teeth up in that nigga mouth for this debate. That nigga was ready. That nigga teeth fake as hell, nigga. And that nigga had plastic surgery. I don't know if y'all know that.
Oh, of course.
Nigga
Party
face
is this
stiff as
having
hell.
a debate?
Democratic. They gonna have another one.
Oh, they got a couple more.
This shit gonna be live now. For real though. Nigga, I'm thinking about ordering wings.
Hey, for real.
The fight tomorrow, ain't it?
Look, hey.
Oh, Deontay Wilder.
We gonna get to that too, but it ain't nothing in the world like white on white crime.
Dog,
Hey, it ain't nothing like
that's
that.
just hilarious.
Look at these savages.
Can you believe it?
But don't be bamboozled. Like they didn't talk about no
At all.
real subject matter. They just jabbing each other. It's good for TV, but
That's why
it's really not good for the people.
That's why they finessed the game to let Bloomberg in though.
Man, they all
It was
got
for
off that
ratings.
bitch. They all got off that bitch and went on each other.
And then he bought half the audience because like them niggas was cheering on some bullshit.
Now they were cheering when that nigga was like, "So what did you put in the non-disclosure agreement?" I may have said some inappropriate jokes.
Oh yeah, they can't cheer that.
Yeah, they were like,
Film live.
But they
in front of
want the
studio
man to say
audience.
like, yeah, hey bitch, give me some puss, I'm rich. You know, I mean, he can't say that. If he said that, he can't come out and say it, man.
It's a non-disclosure.
I'm gonna be real, like the motherfucker actually got the most legitimate chance to beat Trump, but motherfuckers ain't out here, they ain't gonna be hearing that.
Yeah, nah, don't nobody want OCP.
It's like
That's
who gonna spend the
motherfucker.
most? Who gonna buy the politicians spend the most?
I mean, he not already
That's
bought
not
politicians.
Oh yeah, of course.
This nigga's Bloomberg. You heard the name Bloomberg? He owned the company.
Yeah.
That's his fucking company.
Yeah,
Like,
I listen to the
understand how-
Bloomberg PNL podcast.
Yeah,
every
like,
morning.
yeah.
Like,
I used to watch the TV, the channel.
yeah.
I mean, it was a conflict of interest for him to even become the mayor of New York, let alone run for president. That's just like Trump. Trump is like a paper champion. He not a real player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He a imaginary player.
You one of them
like
niggas that be
Jay-Z.
talking about like,
He not like Bloomberg.
you one of them niggas that be like, my struggle was real. I asked my dad for $10 million to start my company. He was like, what? 10 million? I give you 5 million, but that's my struggle. Like,
Yeah,
Trump one of them
I mean,
motherfuckers.
yeah. That's,
If I knew my
white
daddy,
shit.
I would ask him for $5, but I did.
You stupid. I called my daddy. Hey, nigga, you on your own. For real. What up, Chauncey? What up, Anise? Matthew said, what up? So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and
Glad.
God damn it, fuck that debate shit. Let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. Like early in the week, we in Mercury retrograde. Early in the week, these niggas got into an intense debate in a group chat.
Don't cut his dick off.
Come on, man.
Yeah, about Lil Boosie comments with fucking about Dwayne Wade now daughter Zaya. Is it Zaya? I don't know. Like, so they Tim and DJ got into a debate about it. You know, we know what side Tim was on. You know, if y'all had to guess, but yeah. So basically, man, do y'all think Boosie comments were out of line, man? Do y'all think he, like, you know, I heard people say like it's public so people can have an opinion on it. I heard people from the school thought like, man, that's his kid, he do what the fuck ever. What do y'all think? Then I'm gonna segue that shit into this transgender situation that's going on with the transgender.
With the bill and
I
shit.
want to
The girls bill or whatever.
Yeah.
That nigga aggravated that shit girls, dog.
I'm gonna go into that shit, but what y'all think about Boosie comments? Do y'all agree with him, disagree with him? Like, do you feel like the nigga was out of pocket? The nigga got kicked out of Planet Fitness. They told that nigga,
It's a judgment-free zone. Like I said in chat, nigga.
Like, hey, the video was so goddamn hot, smoking hot, that the motherfuckers in Planet Fitness like, wait a minute, he ain't here doing that? Get your ass up out here doing that shit. You playing my business. And he was like, man, what, you know, y'all pussy ass, he called nigga a fag and shit because they put him out. That nigga cannot go back to that motherfucker. He was like, man, Y'all showers don't even work. And there's roaches in here. It's a goddamn fool, man. That nigga a troll.
That nigga turned into an old man in front of our eyes.
I told y'all last episode, shout out to Uncle Boosie, because he gonna start cutting up. He getting to that point. He was going out by getting terrible, dog.
Yeah.
I told y'all that.
Oh yeah, shout out to Anise, but she got that imaginary players line for real. But yeah, man, that motherfucker is a fool, man. So what do y'all agree with Boosie's comments? Do y'all disagree? Let's go around and talk about it.
Alright, so I'll kick this off. I haven't said anything about it on the internet because luckily we got a platform that our opinion can exist our way, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Boosie was not wrong for having an opinion. At the same time, what applies to him applies to every other nigga on the internet with a comment. Your opinion is not fact. So there is no right or wrong way about how you feel about somebody else's situation. Now about what he said.
Don't cut his dick off, man. What? You done went too far. You done went 12, man. They don't know where they coming, man. Don't cut his dick off. That nigga can't finish the sentence.
Thank you for the instant replay.
Go ahead.
So here's the thing, right? Honestly, and it's gonna sound a little fucked up, I don't care enough to understand if that was ever a real situation or not with cutting his dick off. But I feel like at the same time that like we're in a place now, right, where time has been established, athletes are paid more, rappers can make more money. That's a 50-50 coin, but this is like beginning a boom of like black economic growth, right? So we're entering into these new territories with new problems in a new social media age where everything is public. Everything is like very new for black people in this case. And honestly, transgender shit as a whole, I feel like is really some white people shit for the most part. But there's some things that, you know, black people do transgender shit from time to time. But the push of like the phobia, the hysteria, the bullying behind it, I feel like that's more like not on no hotep like this is some white agenda shit, but I feel like that's really why they push it so hard. Now black people, I understand they fight for gay rights and all of that. That's cool. I say all that to say, let Dwayne Wade parent his child how he wants his child to parent. We're dealing with a new generation, a new type of kids, and they're growing up with whole new circumstances that we didn't even grow up with. So let him figure this out as a parent on his own. But at the same time, same reason Dwayne Wade can afford to give his child a Bentley, that ain't gonna be his child's first car. Because it's irresponsible, right? And I'm not saying this decision of Zaya, her wanting to become a full-fledged female, is irresponsible, but I feel like as a parent, like if that is something they truly want to do with transforming themselves into a woman, let them make that decision as an adult. You can show you support by paying for it. He got money to do that shit 10 times over. But you don't, if that is the case, then don't do that right now. But if that's how you choose to be acknowledged, fine, I ain't got no issue with it. I think Boosie just blew it out of proportion because I've never heard or seen, and shout out to Anise putting that out there. I didn't hear or see anything about him mentioning that he was going to give them the transformation surgery. But if that is a thing, I would say hold off on that until they're like 21 maybe, where they can make a logical decision about it. Because if you're gay, like I respect that point of Boosie, but I think the aggression and the assertiveness into another man's family situation is what's wrong. Yeah, the goofiness of it, the delivery is all fucked up. But
it's like a nigga wearing a new shirt.
If he, same.
It's just it's just straight troll.
This nigga might get the MVP award this year.
Yeah.
But
for
real. But
Troll of the year.
now I'm just saying, like, our MVP, like, who gonna provide us the most content? Because Boost has come up every other episode this year.
That nigga
so far.
trying to dethrone Plies, dog.
Nah, we had R. Kelly last year. That's what our MVP was. That nigga might know.
No, I'm talking about like in terms of like creating internet content.
Oh yeah, but he going about it all wrong. But not like let him be gay. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. But at the same time, you can be supportive of that and letting your child know. Because I keep saying him or her, or I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I just don't care.
His mama name on Clay.
But
I'm gonna call him Clay.
But at the same time, just like let them be who they are, but don't make that decision too soon just because you got the money to do it. Because in any other circumstances, if Dwayne Wade never went to the league and he was working at the factory in Chicago, he wouldn't have the money. He wouldn't. I'm just saying, just a regular blue collar job, even an office job or whatever. He wouldn't have had the funds to allow his child to be changed for him.
I'm glad you said that because that whole situation in that regard is like rich people problem.
It very much is.
If he worked at a factory, his son would
be on child support.
And his name be Dijon or some shit.
They call him ZZ. You change his name to ZZ and just be gay.
Yeah,
but because he has the availability and access to make that happen later, if he wanted to do so, then it's very much possible with Dwayne Wade's cachet. But that was my only take on it. Like, yo, if you want to be gay, let him be gay. If you want to change yourself to a woman, that's cool. But let the child do that when they become an adult, so they can have more time, informed decisions. Same way you don't let children do certain shit now because mentally they're just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like if he ain't got no car, he definitely should be changing his sexual orientation at this point. You know?
Like give your 8-year-old an iPhone and he loses it. Like,
you don't give him an iPhone 7. You don't give him no iPhone Pro Max.
I gave the nigga a 7. He lost it while he was camping, so he's not getting another one. But
he get that goddamn LG Stylo.
Again,
129 phone. That boost where you at.
Alright, it's on you, McGraw.
Well, me, I gotta. First of all, I think D-Wade gay anyway.
This is your opinion, right?
Something's wrong in that house, bro. But at the same time, it's just that
go ahead.
I'm with him. Like, give him the opportunity to make a decision yourself. You know what I'm saying? But go back to D-Wade ass. Something wrong with him.
Let's not get off track.
I'm not. It's in the house. It's on track. Shit, but what? He learned from his dad. This is all I can say, bro. He learned from his dad. But at the same time, like, I don't think people should be bashing this man about parenting his child. This just something that I don't want nobody saying about me parenting my child. Let that man parent his child the way that he wants to.
Let me ask you this: what evidence do you have of D-Wade?
He had on lip gloss.
Just the whole different. Okay, it's like you see the whole transformation from D-Wade.
You ever seen him go to alley to LeBron?
You see the whole transformation from D-Wade though. From the time he came in the league.
Right, he was throwing hoops like this. Here, LeBron. That boy's good.
But the thing is, like, I didn't really see any kind of gay tendencies before, like his last 3-4 years in the league. Like, you wouldn't see this nigga dressing how he was dressing now. He wearing a whole roll with a motherfucking pants outfit, velvet. Bro.
But I'm saying, Russell Westbrook dressed like that now.
No.
Dennis Rodman wore a whole wedding dress.
We knew something wrong with Dennis Rodman, though.
But he went gay?
This nigga sound like Charles Barkley.
We don't know that. We don't know that, bro. He wore a whole wedding dress in fucking restaurant.
But you gotta realize, like,
what about Prince?
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
you gotta realize
all that gay shit. Something's wrong, bro. Bro, his ass out. Okay?
Bro, in fact, I done had women that actually knew Prince personally, like he wasn't gay. And women know me.
I don't get no fuck. That's the image you put out.
Alright, Drake. I disagree with you on this one. But
that's cool.
Dwayne Wade is definitely like something wrong with him.
Where you at, Tim? What do you got?
So, here go my thing, dog, about the whole situation, like straight up. for each side that want to switch over, my nigga, like I'm a comedian at heart, dog. So you know I'ma always have to give out extra and go beyond. But listen, I just witnessed my girl get cut the fuck up and have a baby for 9 months. I'm growing up. I'm a man. I don't want nothing going in me, on me, none of that shit. I freak out about a bump. You feel what I'm saying? If you choose to go on the other side of the gate, my nigga, just witness birth. And for the woman that want to be a man, if you really want to be a black man, white man, whatever the case, get your sex changed, go to child support court and see the nigga get put on child support. And see if you want to do that shit. Just let me finish. Because just roles switching like that, man, like you was put on this earth for a reason. That's just how I feel. You made what you are. Like, if you don't like it, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge nobody on doing nothing they do. But I'm just saying, like, for you make that decision, like, do your research on what you want to become. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, do your research.
I did leave off an important point, but I'll come back to it before we wrap it up. Cool.
Yeah. And, like, on the whole thing.
What about Boosie, though? What about what he said?
Comment, man, you got to look at what people come from, dog. How people grew up, bro. Like, Boosie grew up in that, give me that old time religion
You
shit.
off the tracks.
And on top of that, y'all, social media, the way that it is now, it's still relatively new to people that's Boosie age and shit. So you gotta think, like, motherfuckers Boosie age and on up are very emotional. You know what I'm saying? They not used to seeing all that this shit that they see, bro. Like, granted, this nigga done probably smoked a couple of niggas or whatever the case may be.
Allegedly. He was exonerated of that.
Right. I ain't trying to gale that nigga, but I'm just saying.
That's a term now.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah. My bad.
Gale your goddamn man.
I ain't meaning to do that, but you know what I mean, my nigga. Not guilty. So, but I'm just saying, bro, like, y'all gotta think of, like, and I don't judge nobody, dog. Like, whatever they do, they do. But, like, I understand where Boosie was coming from. Like, shit, I really do. Like, saying like that, though? Hell no, because I understand social media, bro. Like I said, I'm a comedian. I know what to say, how to say it. I definitely could have said that shit on stage how Boosie said it. Nobody would have took me a certain fucking way, dog.
Hey, but this is our platform. Hit the replay button one more time.
Don't cut his dick off, dog. The way. I'm gonna go that way. I don't want to spit on DJ. Y'all done went too far. Don't cut his dick off, man. He 12. They don't know you still feeding no man 12. Think about it. Boosie got 12-year-old.
He does.
So
he got a future.
He looking at it. Y'all really can't judge Boosie because Boosie and Dwayne Wade the same age. Now I'm gonna say this. Can I talk my shit?
Talk your shit.
Y'all know Magic Johnson went with Luther Vandross, though. So anyway,
Where the fuck that come from?
I'm going way back. Look at Magic son.
Yeah.
Apple don't fall far from the tree is basically what I'm saying. And I still don't judge niggas.
I disagree a little bit. I get it.
We don't have no proof in there.
I
got
you on that, but okay.
Kamal the Crow is a savage.
Okay.
Shout out to my cousin.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna say this about Dwayne Wade. How many niggas you know get full custody of their motherfucking kids?
I'm gonna get into that of why he got full custody.
I ain't saying that.
No, I didn't win because of that.
It ain't because of that. Man, something ain't right with Dwayne Wade himself. So I'm gonna say something else. Don't nobody agree. Gabrielle been making that nigga bend over and touch his toes. That bitch been fucking nigga from deliver us from evil. Did you see the look in his eye? That bitch gave LL. LL probably done tooted it up. Yeah. I'm a comedian. Dave Chappelle done went way farther than me. Y'all better grab your popcorn. I'm on one tonight, y'all. Girl got them Perkies. Dirty soda.
Yo, DJ, where you at? TV up.
Alright. Behind that shit.
Y'all niggas.
I'm a comedian, bro, so hey.
Jesus. Yeah.
Black polish toe Wade.
I told you, bro. Something wrong with that nigga, bro.
Look, first off,
Every time they jersey,
how?
Yeah. Three times. Chill out, man. Come on.
Alright. So my question is, are y'all finding fault with what he likes to do?
No.
But y'all talking like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is wrong with that.
Nope. All we said was something wrong with that. Something wrong with that.
You literally used the word wrong.
Something wrong with that. I mean,
I fix it.
But like, how is it wrong?
Okay.
Something weird about Dwayne Wade.
Exactly.
Like,
Let me go.
so, like, all right. My whole thing is like, kids now are different from kids when we were kids and kids before, and we were different from kids before us, right?
Yeah.
Shows that humanity is an ever evolving thing. How is this not the next step in evolution in a way? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, how can you, like, it's like motherfuckers clinging on to old world values, but humanity's trying to grow.
I get that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if the kid did research and she figured, like, hey, this is what I am. And the job of the parent is to provide like a healthy, like, mental space for the kid, not just alone the house.
But at the same time, I think they have.
But see, that's the thing. The kid determines what's a healthy mental space for the kid.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so, like,
Hold on. So you saying? Hold on. Say that again. You said the kid determined the healthy space.
yeah,
It
because
determines what is healthy for
What is
them.
yeah, because you determine what's healthy for you, like for your mental space.
So if I jump off a motherfucking goddamn 10-foot goddamn cliff
Uh-huh.
as a kid, my parent ain't supposed to fucking run up and stop me because I think I can fucking fly. I'm a bird,
No.
nigga.
No,
Hold on,
but
dog, you just said
no.
it.
But see, here goes Tim. Hold on, slow down. You're jumping to a far extreme. You talking about life and death at that point,
Shit, if that baby going surgery, that's life and death.
but it's highly unlikely, Tim.
Kanye West mama died from it. A lot of people can't take that shit, dog.
That's
That
like
nigga
a-
too young.
that's
That's why
That's a different
that's
type
red
of
herring.
surgery.
We drink at
Like,
a certain
Tim,
age and shit.
that's a
dog.
different
We don't
type
do
of-
shit at a certain age.
But no, that's because laws are put in place for that, Tim. That's a man-made concept.
Man, that's a kid, DJ.
Like, that's the thing. Yes, that's a kid, but that's
That's
also a
it. You
human.
can't be gay, bro. But the surgery and shit, no, that
Yeah.
shit, it's a kid, DJ.
But
we can't let that.
That kid has,
17-year-old drink that
but
shit
here go
right
the
now,
thing.
bro.
That kid has to live with the
Shout out to the
ramifications.
kids
Like,
in Italy.
like, strip away all that society shit.
Random arm.
Like,
Yeah, pass me the blunt.
I know, right?
Bro, and I ain't knocking what DJ's saying, y'all. Like, that's what we do. But I'm talking about, like, I'm worried about the kids, like surgeries, like all that shit, bro. Like, a lot of people body can't take. You know what I'm
Here
saying?
go
Like,
the thing,
that's
though.
what I'm saying.
Here go the thing. They got the money to afford the best. Like,
This on YouTube, you got two.
But that's if that's a thing.
but no.
Exactly.
But no,
Right,
here go the
right,
thing.
right, right.
But no, but here go another thing. That kid was born free from all the societal pressures that we had to deal with.
True.
That kid sees the world different.
Very
That kid
Yeah.
sees the world free. That kid ain't gotta think
The way we
Shit.
think. Yeah, it's
Right.
true.
the way
Work
we
for
think.
shit.
It's true.
About the Russells, the Jays.
Hey, you know what?
of course,
Since he put it in
all
that
of those.
perspective,
Yeah, you know,
It's
like,
you
That
they
gotta
see-
nigga
think
can't be
different.
like, Dad, I want to be a he tomorrow, and then a girl the next day, and then be the first nigga, this girl, to get drafted to the WNBA, the kid.
But that's another story, bro. Cause I don't agree with a transgender being.
I thought we were gonna say that point because we got a second topic that all
Yeah, we
ties
gonna-
into.
Okay.
But I definitely agree with DJ. I'm not knocking it. I just said as a kid, just as a kid. That's it. Can we wait till like 18?
But nobody
See,
ever
they
said
never said
anything
it
about
would do
surgery.
Yeah, no, they ain't never
Oh,
say
okay,
they would do
okay.
surgery.
Boosie
They said
said-
Boosie.
Unc was tripping.
No, Boosie jumped off the ledge.
Yeah, it ain't just
Like,
lit.
doom, 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 like,
The evil theme song.
Like, dog.
Stunt man. Yeah, that's me.
We just, yeah.
But yeah, because I see you exhaling. Was you done or where you at with it?
I mean, like, and Boosie, like, of course, like, bruh,
Uncle Boozy.
that nigga is so old world values. Like,
He told Mama he thugging outside. He
don't need cable.
But at the same
These kids
time,
don't know how to move
you
without
can't blame
internet.
this shit, though.
I mean, I can't blame a nigga. I can't. I can't.
It came out.
That's what I'm saying.
When
That's what I'm saying.
Instagram and shit was popping like this.
Like, but what I was gonna say though, like,
Nigga didn't know what
yes, his
freestyle was
circumstances,
like
like his circumstances put him in a situation where he is less experienced and less educated. Yes, but at the same time, he has been in the entertainment business. There is a whole thing about respect, like respecting a person's personal,
Especially another shit.
I get that it was put on social media. I get that you have the freedom to respond, but you also have the freedom to not respond. Like, you sometimes you just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up about shit.
And you be good.
Hold on, I gotta pull out the phone for this, cause
That shit jumping.
shout out,
Hey,
they been
Hat tip chat. Y'all going the fuck up. Hat tip.
This a polarized.
The day I-
man.
the day I
Hey,
realized
give everybody a round of applause in the motherfucking chat. Y'all fucking good tonight, man. Shout out to the chat. We ain't ignoring y'all, but this shit so
Shout out to
juicy.
Rita,
So
man.
chat moment, we taking a commercial break.
Alright,
Chat.
so yeah, let's check in with the streamers one time. Let's see where
Start
we
from the
at.
top. You go. I know your thumb. about to
Oh
hurt.
yeah, Anise Austin been going hard.
Yeah, she going hard though.
Shout out to
I think
Anise.
Booster was out of line questioning another parent's
Yeah.
decision about their child.
Rena.
They never mentioned surgery as a means for Zaya, so he came out of pocket talking about it. Don't cut off a dick. Talk that talk, a whole platform. Yeah, Sankofa sweeter than this bitch. Shout out Smash Bros. Anise also said, I don't know what that's right, Big Goofy referred to, but she said, yeah, we definitely got like two. Yeah, I got like 2 shows off boosted content. This nigga's made an episode like appearance. So
Shout out to
far.
Boosie.
Yeah. Also, she said, I gotta hit C more on this comment. I feel like a nigga made an IG video calling out Boosie for anything he does with his children. We would be in that man's shit. That's whole shit. That man love his kids just like Boosie love all his kids. Yep. I think she was saying, boy, what the fuck? And yeah, what's wrong when you was cutting up about D-Wade being gay?
Why your folks like this?
Why he put a S on LeBron's? I don't know what needs to that question. Shout out to the homie Michael Kira in here. The Water is on SoundCloud. The freestyle on Ozu's Water. Make sure y'all check that out.
Shit hard.
Hopefully Willie West gonna pull up. Anise said his environment's no excuse to be ignorant because he wouldn't want somebody talking about his kids. Very true. Shout out to Chauncey throwing the question, what role does Gabrielle Union play in this situation? We're going to get to that in just a second. Hashtag hit him with the Gale.
Hey, hit him with the Gale. Hey, hold on. Who said something about that, Gabrielle? Because they know
That's
something.
Chauncey. That's Chauncey.
When nobody else said nothing about this. So what you know about Gabby? Because that bitch, boy, she took.
Hold on, we still got a ways to go. Give me a second.
Oh, mom.
Boosie, the same nigga getting a grown ass man to give his 13, 14-year-old son some head. Shout out to Chilla T for that one. That's the truth. Yeah, he said that. Shout out to the homie Bat Brown. He in here.
Yeah, nah.
He said,
He finna get his kid
hold
molested.
on, man. I'm trying to find these comments, bruh. Shit, where were we? Okay.
I had a counterpunch to that, but I don't want to offend nobody religion. Well, buddy,
Black
we
folk.
already going ham. You could have went to the Catholic Church for that.
Well played, I give you some.
Yeah.
She said,
Boosie, you Catholic?
she told you, Tim, that reach was tremendous. Shout out to Bat Brown saying black toenail polish Wade. And then Kira said you got the right idea, Tim. Or maybe mortality is being decreased. Shot my nigga Kira, he just, yeah, I feel you. But yeah. She said that's an extreme to something that was said. Shout out to Chilla T. She says Zaya hasn't finished growing. She's not doing surgery. They never said nothing about surgery. Chilla T said you want to be as dressed as who you are. Matt Brown said, so what's the threshold for a child making his own decisions? D-Wade said he was going to put his child through surgery. And D-Wade never said he was going to put his child
Yeah,
through surgery.
Boosie just came out
Yeah.
of the field with that.
Man, yeah, damn, man, hold on, bro. We got a lot. We can't spend the whole episode reading
Yeah,
comments.
shout out to my homegirl Rena from here. And them shit.
Hold on, yeah, let me see what Rena said, because I saw her pop in, but, she said, excuse typos, but where your comment go?
It's just interesting.
Okay.
D-Wade's platform.
It's just interesting how D-Wade is highlighting, and highlighting this. Hold on, it's just interesting how D-Wade's platform has heightened, and this family has the ultimate spotlight. It seems the media has a certain agenda with black men for selecting certain black men to focus on, whether it's D-Wade's son or Lil Nas X or athletes, influencers that dress as women or crime. I also heard that D-Wade's baby mother disagrees with him identifying their son as a young woman. Great point, Miss Ray.
I was just finna say how the mama feel.
I seen that too.
Shout out to Chilla T. She said, "Shutting the fuck up is free as fuck." Shout out to John from Nurse Valentine. He said, "I have a trans stepchild. All we did was provide safe and supportive environment." Kudos to DJ for bringing up that point. For them to live in their truth, we provided resources for them to discuss the consequences of transitioning with a professional. They ultimately decided not to undergo any physical transformation.
Education, man.
That's what. But I said that. I said research. Did I say research?
Yeah.
She also said we're not gonna paint D Wade as an irresponsible parent. This man does irresponsible shit with his kids, or what other folks would claim is irresponsible. So yeah, that's a catch up on the comments.
Chat was tough tonight.
Yeah, we still got more topics to go.
And I was gonna say about that.
Yeah, you got another point you want to make?
I'm gonna save it for the transition.
Let me close out with my. Hey, look, man. Call motherfuckers whatever they want to be called. It's cool. It don't take nothing. Like, just respect that shit. For real. Like,
You got something else?
I'm gonna save it for the next go round because I know it's bridging too. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, then go into the next shit. But yeah, man, as a parent, you're a parent too, man. You don't want nobody to tell you how to raise your goddamn son. Like, I don't want nobody to tell me how to raise my goddamn son. So, and we know Boosie wouldn't like nobody to tell him how to raise his goddamn kids. So
yeah.
For that nigga to say it, like, it just shows that nigga just straight up, he either trolling or he just on some ignorant hood nigga shit. Cause we know, like, the Kappa shit was already out of line. His brother is a Kappa from Southern University, but he still chose to do the shit. So that just let you know that nigga don't get no fuck. He don't get no fuck. I'm just waiting on when the album coming out. Cause he gotta have an album or something dropping.
It's too much attention, right?
It's just too much, man. Like, so yeah, I feel like
Boosie bash. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like, man, although I understand it's in a public forum, people gonna have opinion, which is free. You can have an opinion about anything you want to have about. That don't make it right or wrong, or whatever. So whatever you say, like, the consequences gonna come, whether good or bad. So that's where I'm at with it. You know, as far as Dwayne Wade daughter, we don't know what trauma that child been through.
Yeah.
And I know y'all mentioned, I was gonna kind of piggyback off what you said and what he said. The reason Dwayne Wade has custody of his kids, because it was proven, it was like he had been in court his whole NBA career, because his ex-wife, his kid's mother, she was a drug addict, and ain't no telling what type of trauma those kids seen being around, like, the type of lifestyle that she was living.
Right.
Obviously it was a fucked up lifestyle, because the kids don't give a fuck about their mama like that.
Hey, so
you know, I mean, that's their mama, but they prefer to stay with their dad.
He done had two kids by the same
Three kids by his ex-wife.
3 kids.
Yeah.
Why was she on drugs and doing what she doing?
I mean, it's documented. She cheated on him. Dwayne Wade asked for a divorce. He asked for it. She was doing all this factual. You can look it up. It was a real nasty divorce, man. Like, it was a real nasty divorce, so we don't know what type of trauma these kids or that particular child have been through to make them even come up to doing what they want to do. But at the same time, the kid can do whatever they want to do. Like,
I bet it was a white family. We never heard about this shit.
I mean, it's still rich people problems, by the way, too. When we talk about surgery and shit, although he never confirmed or denied surgery or whatever, but kids, man, you gotta let them do what they want to do. I want, my son spending the summer with me. I wanted him to do martial arts. He's like, he don't want to do that shit. Yeah. And I gotta respect that. I can't impose my ideas and views. Like, I would love for my son to be active and be an athlete, but sometimes as a parent, when you try to impose certain shit on your kids, that's just gonna make them rebel. Yeah. So you may as well just accept them and love them for who they are. And also, let me say this, man, because, it's still the elephant in the room. I wrestle with that, like, well, if my son was to come out as being gay, how would I really feel about that? And honestly, it would be tough for me. I had to be honest, but it's my son. I'm still gonna love him all the same. You know, he can still have kids. You know, I'll be ignorant and say, man, you know, he can't have kids, but he still can. In a way they can get his eggs, he can still have kids. So I would still love my son the same if he were to come out as a homosexual or whatever. So it is what it is, man. And just to kind of segue that into another issue, which, in my opinion, I feel like this is going to be a bigger issue as this decade progresses. In the state of New Jersey, during the track and field, high school track and field competitions, which are predominantly like white and black girls, women, right? They've been getting their ass whooped by these 2 transgender kids. This is in high school, right? These men, boys, they were born boys naturally, but they identify as women. And they're running track. And they're beating the fuck out of all the other women in track and field.
Bro, so this
Listen. They beat we gonna let you. You gonna get your piece now. They beat the fuck out of all these women in track and field. Black women, white women, Hispanic. They whooping their ass, getting them up out of there.
Brittany Grider.
On some Juwan.
Yeah.
We don't.
We gotta put that on a t-shirt. DJ quote. You gotta relax.
Yeah.
You gotta relax.
I'm a comedian.
Yeah, we gonna let you get yours off, but it's like on some Juwana man shit. Like they can't compete against them. So parents went to the board of education like, y'all gotta do something about this shit, and they created a lawsuit to stop them motherfuckers from running. So the state of Alabama, this Alabama, the senators in Alabama, they proposed a law like, we're not gonna let transgender kids, men or boys, run against the opposite sex because that shit is illegal and it's not right. So I just want to get y'all perspective on that. Do y'all feel like transgender kids should be able to, like transgender women should be able to run against natural women? Do y'all think that's fair? Do you think it's right? Do you think Alabama is wrong or New Jersey is wrong for prohibiting them from doing it? And I feel like this is going to be an issue that go all the way up to the Supreme Court within the next decade because, you're going to have transgender women that probably going to want to run in the Olympics as well as professional track and field. So what do y'all think about that? And Tim, we're going to let you get your jokes up.
So here's the thing, right? And this is, I'm gonna get to the point I was trying to make earlier. That's why I wanted to say this because it made more sense here. Do I feel like transgender should be able to race in, the women's race and stuff like that? Not in the bottom of my heart.
Or basketball, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom of my heart, I'm gonna say no. But reason being, this is the same shit that Dave Chappelle was talking about on stand-up. And he was just like, understand what it is that you asked for. Because would you be okay with LeBron James becoming a woman and scoring, averaging 200 points a game? but that's the joke, right? But
For real.
But here's the thing with that. Anytime, for the majority of the time, I say 99% of the time, the issue is always with men wanting to become women.
Right.
We don't hear these issues with women wanting to become men.
Nope.
Granted, first off, let me say this: the physical anatomy of a woman is much tougher on the body than the male. But when women decide to become men, it makes the social structure a little bit harder. Because especially athletically, yes. But this creates the dynamic, and I feel like the talking point should be: should we have a third sex? Same way we got races, we got black, white, Asian, such and such, and then there's our other box, right? We may, but I mean, we may have to officially categorize it as other.
Not other, we gotta be other.
It's gonna be
Other because you don't want to, because you can.
But other has like a terrible connotation.
It has a terrible connotation, but it has to be something to that effect
gonna
in
be
my
a T.
mind. Hold on. Yeah, we could say transgender. That can be like an official sex, because my dynamic is that my opinion in it, and again, my opinion holds no facts, so I don't trip.
It's safe.
But when, for my idea of what a, shout out to Denise because I just did the mind thing, but my idea of what a woman is is totally different than you deciding to become a female. And I specifically use the word female because when I think of a woman, like my grandma is a woman. She raised that family. She birthed them kids. She did whatever. You know what I'm saying? And even with my mom, that is a woman. My sister is a woman. My niece will be a woman unless she decides to undergo some shit. But I don't think that's the case.
So you think a transgender is not capable of being a woman?
I'm not saying they're not capable of being a woman, but my idea is that if you feel as if, not even that this is so easy to become, but if you feel like this is what you are, this is what you identify as, that's cool. I don't mind it, but let's not call that a woman because, and I may be ignorant to the subject, but even as a man undergoing transformation to become a woman, can you still have periods? Can you still give natural birth? Can you still do, as far as I know, no. So let's not categorize that as a woman because a woman has specific qualities that make her a woman. But when we get into all these other areas of life, when it comes to sports, all of that, like, if they're good enough to compete in whatever, cool. But I don't really care to have that topic. My idea is that it does need to have its own separate identity. Because if you're going to make this a conscious decision, other people, I'm not trying to make it a scarlet letter, but as a man, I don't want to date a transgender woman. So I'm not comfortable with you identifying as a woman when you're not one. You know what I'm saying?
So with the athletics,
you can be one all you want.
What about the athletics?
The athletics? No, because like I said, when women become men, they're not trying to compete in the NBA or the athletics, or that's not really an issue for them. There's probably a few cases of it, but majority when we hear this, it's men trying to become women, and that is an unfair advantage and a leg up because physically men are built to be, I'm gonna get into some hotel talk, but men are physically built to be masters of the earth. We're physically more capable than women to begin with. But women have a higher spiritual connection to whatever. They have a higher emotional intelligence to spiritual connection. I'll say it like that. Whether that's God, religion, understanding, energy. Like women just have a better knack at that because they have the ability to create. If you believe in God, that's what God is, like a creator, whatever you see it as. So you can actually, women, if a transgender doesn't have that ability to create as a woman can, I can call it a woman. But yeah, that's what I got on it.
Check for this nigga.
The Pull Up Podcast, back in effect. Willie West. Goddamn, Willie West. He like coming in with smoke. What's good?
My damn part of it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We trying to figure out.
And this nigga's, we got a seat for this nigga, man.
Oh, you got the candy cows. What's happening, man?
We're gonna let him go.
Yeah, we'll get him on the roundabout.
Drew, you got something on this?
I really don't think it's fair. Honestly, I feel like since they fought for equal rights, like to get married and stuff, they should just create another league by themselves.
Is it enough to actually do that?
Bro, I think it is.
And do you think
by
they
them,
really,
by them making it illegal?
Will really accept want to be in a league of their own, or they want to, compete with the women?
I mean, competing with the women is
And then it's the transgender women that change to men that want to compete with men, or is there enough for them to have their own league? Then you're talking about two leagues again.
That's true, but at the same time, bro, I feel like since they made it legal to get married, it's like that. A lot of people have came out and been in their truth. They probably been wanting to play in the NBA or play in the WNBA or whatever you have, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like they should have their own league. It shouldn't be like that.
I mean,
that's unfair.
Technically, it shouldn't even be separate. If a woman is good enough to play in the NBA, let her play. But that's definitely like on the leader level of the league.
At the same time,
women, it's just
I understand that. But at the same time, I still feel like
Brittany Griner can't bang with Joel Embiid.
That's what, exactly. Exactly. I don't think that would be something to even see, to look at, to watch.
No, I feel like if any case in that sport, if you were born a man, you should compete in the men's league, even if you choose to be a
But we already know.
because they accept gay players now. But if you choose to be a woman, you still were born a man, then you should be able to compete in
But at the same
men's
time,
league.
they not going. They already consider themselves as women, so they not gonna really do anything like that. They're not gonna want to play in the men's league. They already see themselves as women. Then in the women's league, it's unfair. Totally.
Alright, what you got? What you got, Tim? 'Cause I know you ready.
Shit, don't the church league got a co-ed league?
I don't know.
He won the war.
Ain't the co-ed league the same thing? Now, so the genders want their own alphabet. Give them that goddamn own alphabet.
No, they wanna, they compete.
Give them
against
that,
women.
look.
They never said what they wanted,
but,
you know.
You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, that's what they want.
And these kids, by the way.
Man, listen. In the minute, motherfuckers gonna listen, man. Like Dave Chappelle said, you give me motherfuckers what they asking for. The minute niggas gonna want to be cats and shit.
Well,
It's gonna happen, man. The Island of Dr. Monroe gonna happen.
You see what
Like,
I'm saying?
You can get that shit
At
up.
some point, you got to be like, man, hold up, man. What the fuck we doing?
No, they gonna look to animal DNA to like try to evolve humanity.
Thundercats.
Just wait on it. As Drake would say.
And next, I'm drinking this one. I don't want my goddamn son to get it. You feel me? Like,
Hold on, wait a minute.
that's tough, dog.
Your daughter get smoked.
Man,
In 100 meters.
why she so fast? Good. I don't know what to say, dog.
Exactly, bro.
I'm a parent now, nigga. This shit for real.
Go ahead, DJ. Then we're gonna let West go in a minute.
I got jokes, but my real opinion, like, alright.
So like, I think certain sports can do like
Certain sport.
like certain sports can do like a weight class type situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that'll even out the shit.
Yeah.
Certain
Because there aren't like, the thing about it is the human body type, like there is no, alright, you got your averages, but there are women that are bigger than dudes, yeah, and all that. And so like, you can find ways, because with them passing like the bill and shit, like, why don't you find somewhere for them to be first? You get what I'm saying? Like, don't just displace
That's not
them.
even an issue in Alabama, but they just had to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't just displace people and don't have somewhere for them to go. Like, that shit fucked up. Like, straight up. But like, that's like a real complex, nuanced situation. Like, for real, you can't just like be one way or another about it, because there are ways to make that shit work, but you just gotta like try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog, like, what's the fastest cat on earth? So you saying the nigga go get some cheetah legs and get to the NFL? That shit gonna be fat, my nigga. Shit, I just got to yesterday with my
That's over the top.
But like,
it's the same shit.
but at the same time, it's not, because not everybody's born with the same physical abilities. And so, like,
Bro,
is it fair? But no.
I want to know what sports you talking about, though.
No,
I'll go cyborg. I'll put
Like,
a damn chop on my
it's
arm.
chicks that play football.
Yeah, but they gotta leave.
You don't gotta leave for that.
But no, what I'm saying is, but they can play in the fucking NFL.
Bro, the shit coming. We might not be here to see you.
You really think so?
Yeah. Like,
You feel me,
look,
bro? They done did it on the little Snapchat. On
In
the
the age of women's abuse, I don't know about it.
But I agree to this. Women take more pain than
No,
men.
DJ.
You telling me that a woman can
Ain't no
take Ray
nigga ain't
Lewis,
bird.
Come out the bathroom.
Like, bro, but you acting like all women are small and dainty.
I'm gonna
though,
say this
dog.
though,
DJ.
she might get smashed, but she gonna get back up, bro. Especially if she done gave birth. That shit ain't gonna be nothing. I'm keeping it a buck.
Hey, man.
I'm keeping it a buck. Women can take some pain.
Hold on.
Let me
with it.
reprise it. Basically, you know, in New Jersey, you had them transgenders running against the women in track and field. They was whooping their ass. The parents wanted to sue. Alabama making a law. Just convince it. What you think about that whole situation? Do you think they should be able to run?
With the parents, there's someone. A man beat my girl. To be honest.
For my daughter, I'm willing to cross the line. What's happening?
I mean, okay, I don't care what you call yourself, man. You're still a man. I was just arguing with somebody 30 minutes before I got here back there. And then with the sports thing, like, I feel like every gender got their own avenue. Women got their league, men got their league.
Give them their lead.
You can't put them in no fight. That's just like a woman. I don't care how big she is. You put in there with Deontay Wilder, she gonna get hurt. You put in there with Khabib, she gonna get hurt.
She gonna wake up though.
I don't care how raw she is. It's just not meant to be, man. So, at some point, man, we gotta put some limits to this shit that's going on.
She said she was in the front.
I don't know. I done seen some bitches that dance
Well,
around.
somebody in the
No,
car
this
said-
is me.
They problem. That's what you got on that man.
Yeah, I'm with the parents.
That's it.
I want my daughters to be running against women that were born women, not the ones that got females.
So I feel like this. What if
And them parents, well, what other parents that paid for the transformation?
They really, I don't think they had, because these high school kids, it's a public school. I don't think they had full transformations. They just identified as women.
Hey, y'all
Even with the
saying
transformation,
like
they should
y'all
still
saying
be
like
identified.
hold on, but somebody said like a woman never been like shit. Let me go to the NBA.
No, that's the whole thing.
Kobe's daughter possibly could have been the first woman to do that.
I mean, they said that after he died, though.
Bro, but like for real, bro. Who else didn't have a daughter?
But she still got nuts on her face, bro. No, I'm sorry.
I mean, we not even talking about that. We talking about the fact of her getting in the fucking NBA
I
game
understand that, but
and really.
But see, you want, but see,
crossing the nigga over.
Bruh.
Like,
but it's
so, okay, so
niggas that ain't even.
But if she get
superstars
dunked on,
that.
nigga, you get dunked on. And you got a dick.
Nigga, I don't play basketball
It
no
doesn't
more.
matter though,
Let's not get
bro.
off track, man.
But what if she's legitimately that raw?
What the
I mean, it's
last
been women
I
that
don't
were.
believe where they can.
But I'm saying, but now that this shit is, you know what I'm saying, a thing. What if?
Yeah, they grow into another person. And you didn't grow into nobody. They're just like me coming to the door, talking about I'm a bird. Y'all gonna acknowledge me as that?
Hey,
I'm
you a
saying
bird
that-
to me, my nigga. Hey, that what you want to be? You a bird to me, my
No,
nigga.
y'all gonna be
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
but I'ma still, hey, if you want to be a bird, I'm still gonna acknowledge you as a bird, my nigga. Like,
Bell said Muhammad Ali's daughter wasn't allowed to box a man. Yeah, but, on
She
TV.
was.
On TV, because she used to beat the shit out of her husband, my nigga. You got that fucked
You know
up.
what I'm saying? Curtis Layla was fault.
What?
When Layla was in her prime, and she had.
I wouldn't even wanna marry no bitch like that, know how to
Or
fight.
even an average man, she would have lost.
Bruh, you
that's
not
speculation,
whooping no-
man.
Hell
Yeah.
no. Chat. I'm not. What? Hell no. I wouldn't date no cop. You crazy as fuck. I wouldn't date a woman cop. No.
Cops getting whooped every day.
Man, it ain't even about that.
They just got-
that's-
Fuck, hell no. I wouldn't date no woman fighter.
They
No.
can get away with using.
The great equalizer.
That bitch probably a date is a motherfucking fight. Hell no.
All right,
And she
cool.
whooped my ass.
Hold on. Let Corey
They
wrap
ain't
this
be
up,
shit
man.
but a man.
What we
This
at,
is a
Corey?
hot topic, man. Like, so in regards to this, I feel like
Bird.
Oh man,
Somebody say get more fellas, be bird.
shouting, got
they silly,
Say
man.
the greatest athlete in human history is a woman. Who was that?
Serena.
Yeah. It hasn't been allowed to play at all. Federer or August.
They can play on the same team when they had like the
Yeah.
men and women's.
Yeah.
That's about it.
This week,
I'm
we
good
should
with Cross.
have beat the best man in tennis.
Shit. I'm with Serena.
I don't know. Djokovic, motherfucker.
That nigga, yeah. Hey, Djokovic be coming with it.
Motherfucker. I ain't gonna front on that. That nigga's playing with some motherfuckers in the street, just playing. That nigga,
Nah, that nigga be with it.
Niggas play so much, man.
Y'all nigga love Batman. Nah, go ahead.
Niggas gonna be out here making they superhero, dog.
I'm a superhero, goddamn.
Hey, guess what?
That's on them.
Look, who said Dr. Falcon? That's what you said, nigga.
Oh, yo, Dr.
Falcon.
Damn.
Man, what you said niggas gonna be on that island?
There is a Birdman for real. That nigga flew away with all that money, goddamn. Cash Money Birdman. That nigga flew away with everybody's money.
Nigga said he got invisible wings right here. Fuck the
Man,
red boy.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Get the hair on, play ball.
I'm gonna get you high too.
Man, just to put a wrap it up, man. I feel like realistically they should have their own league. They shouldn't be competing against women. But we know in this day and age, it's gonna be some drawback. There's gonna be some pushback. That's why I think this issue gonna end up going to the Supreme Court within this decade. It's gonna be a lot of nuance on both sides,
Well,
whatever.
that's one reason I'm
But-
happy. Supreme Court made up how it is.
Yeah.
That shit gonna die when it get done. They gonna keep it going.
The white folk, dog.
Yeah, like that shit it's gonna be a hot button topic for the rest of this next 10 years. You're gonna see it. This shit ain't going nowhere. So they need their own league, but I agree with that. But they gonna push back like a motherfucker.
Court.
What's up? What's good?
Don't cut it, nigga, man. Don't cut it. He a child. He 12.
Bro, he said that shit at Planet Fitness.
Don't cut it.
Banned from Planet Fitness.
Hey, Boosie, hold on. Fuck up out of here with that. Hey, I can. You tell him. No, that's Boosie badass. I'm not telling Boosie. Listen, I'll tell him. Fuck it.
No, did y'all see the video where Wade and his son was on the golf cart?
Yeah.
His son was just talking, man. That little nigga wasn't even making no sense.
Hey, man,
You
first
tell,
of all, did you really watch the video?
talking about his son.
Did you really watch the video? He was interviewing his son the whole time, whipping the motherfucking golf cart. He
Yeah, I
don't need to
believe
be a
Wade
girl.
get-
He need
I
to
believe
drive
Wade get- he
NASCAR.
living through
The nigga can whip, man. He was whipping that bitch. Like, come on, the nigga can drive.
Man, y'all let Corey get it.
Hold on, no,
Y'all
that's.
slow.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, that was it. We got some
Y'all slow.
Coca-Cola over there. Man, this really just an open discussion, man. We have an open discussion now, goddamn.
Blend well with that.
Oh, this is shit Tim was drinking. Hold on, Tim had the country club.
I got something I want to. We good.
Yeah.
Alright. That's it about the topics, man. But I want to talk about something else, like,
Oh yeah.
and this something that we've been seeing on social media all week in Birmingham. So we're gonna talk about this shit.
Hold
I want
on.
to get
Is this bonus out?
yeah, this bonus out. That's it.
All right. So
That's it,
live
yeah.
streamers, stay tuned. We definitely not done with
Definitely
y'all.
gonna record this.
Yeah, we can put this on the live stream. But this is going on the Facebook Live. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Might want to put this on.
Make sure y'all follow Sankofa Suite on everything. Wu-Tang, lift your chest up for me real quick.
Oh shit! Besides all that bullshit, new merch.
So yeah, fuck with the gang. SankofaSuite.com/shop, or just visit the Facebook page. We got a shop there. Also, the sit down sessions 3. Get your pre-sales tickets now. They'll be over with on Thursday. Thursday's the last day to get those. So come through the gang. 9-5. David Redwine, aka Slangwich, aka Rappers Hard, aka Earthling, and the homie G.I. Maggis. They'll be the featured artists this time around. Free wine with all tips and donations going to the Creative Right Program for the Desert Island Supply Company. Forgive me if I'm rushing through this. If you're listening to the podcast on our Anchor page or any other major platform, you know what to do. The instructions come at the end. But that is the Phasing Octopus, who we call
R.I.P. Pop
DJ.
Smoke.
R.I.P.
Oh,
Pop
we
Smoke.
supposed to talk about. We're gonna talk
That's
about
what I
that
thought.
bonus out. But
Yeah, because y'all killed me about the Juice WRLD shit last time we did that on the show.
we'll bring this shit up.
But that is the Phasing Octopus that we call DJ, who is a DJ. That is the homie Wu Tim, aka Papa Tim. This is Thoven Bey, aka our Nigerian account, aka Miguel, aka Fuck Up Man Drake.
West, we got West in the building.
Got Willie West, aka Larry Langford Jr. The homie,
AKA light skinned guy
Kareem from Rockefeller to the cut.
Yo, the spook by the door,
The spook by the door, goddamn, AKA Black Hand. Also, I am Eugene Wright, aka Eugene's Neutron, aka my people. Niggas been fucking with me day one, but all my niggas call me Itty. That is your host, C-No. Thank you for tuning in to Season 2, Episode 5 of the Sweet Life Podcast.
Sit-down sessions is an experience like no other. For those that haven't had the chance to attend before, third time's a charm. Come out to hear some of the best talents in Birmingham as we provide you with lyrics and highlighters to choose your favorite lines and ask the creators themselves what it all means. Our special guests will be 9-5, David Redwine, and sit-down sessions original G.I. Magus. Can't forget DJ 3C on the ones and twos. Our hostess of the evening will be the beautiful Coco of Coco's Tea Podcast. She'll have the tea, and we'll still have free wine with all tips and donations for Disco's creative writing program for kids. Advance tickets are $15 and includes lyrics, seating, a Sankofa suite gear bundle, and free entry to the Align panel discussion, which will take place at the same location from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. before we begin. Door price is $20. So get your tickets now and meet us at 5500 First Avenue North on Saturday, February 29th. Can't wait to see you at the Sit Down Sessions 3, brought to you by The Mix Birmingham and Sankofa Suite, a creative culture company.